Isang babaeng US citizen patay matapos mabaril ng isang US immigration officer na isa namang asawa ng kababayan natin Pilipina na immigrant sa Amerika.
Patay sa pamamaril ng isang US immigration officer ang isang babaeng driver sa Minneapolis, Minnesota sa Amerika. Ang bumaril na opisyal na pag-alamang may asawa palang Pilipina. Ang buong ulat nasa Frontline News Abroad.
Kinumpronta ng mga agent ng Immigration and Customs Enforcement o ICE ang babaeng driver ng pick-up sa Minneapolis, Minnesota sa Amerika. Pwersahan pang binuksan ang pinto ng sasakyan. Umatras ang pick-up hanggang sa pinagbabaril ng ICE agent ang driver. What the you do? Ang pick-up sumalpok sa puno.
This guy has a gun. They're firing guns.
Get out of the way!
You made a crime scene! You shot someone!
Nagkataong may physician sa mga nakakita, kaya nag-volunteer siyang i-check ang lagay ng driver. Pero pinagbawalan siya.
I'm a physician!
Hey, listen, we have our own medics.
Pinalibutan pa ng mga agent ang sasakyan para walang makalapit.
Where are they? How can I relax? You just killed my neighbor!
Namatay ang driver. Si Renee Nicole Good, isa siyang American citizen. Depensa ng Homeland Security, hinarang ng biktima ang kanyang sasakyan para umano pigilan ng operasyon ng ICE kontra sa mga immigrant na sumali. Nagbalak pa umano si Good na managasa, kaya maituturing daw na self-defense ang ginawang pamamaril ng ICE agent. Agad-agad din nila itong tinawag na domestic terrorism. Ang mga aligasyong iyan ng ICE, mapapatunayan sanang lalo kung merong body cam, pero wala raw suot ang mga agent. Hindi naman bumenta sa mayor ng Minneapolis ang palusot ng ICE.
I want to tell everybody directly, that is get the out of Minneapolis.
Dahil sa insidente niyan, sumiklab ang mga rally sa Minnesota bilang pagkondena sa marahas na Trump immigration operation. Ang sagot dyan ni Trump, ginagawa lang nila ang kanilang trabaho. Sa eksklusibong impormasyon ng British tabloid na The Daily Mail, kinilala ang namaril na ICE agent na si Jonathan Ross. Lumalabas na ang misis niya ay isang Filipina immigrant sa Amerika.
Samantala, isa namang kababayan natin Pilipina ang inaresto sa parehong bansa. At dati na itong nasangkot sa iba't ibang mga kaso sa US.
Isang Pinay ang kabilang sa mga inaresto ng US Immigration and Customs Enforcement o ICE sa mga operasyong isinagawa noong Bisperas at araw ng Bagong Taon. Kinilala ng US Department of Homeland Security ang suspect na si Karen Empainado na dati nang nadawit sa mga kasong burglary, grand theft at battery sa Florida. Kasama rin sa mga inaresto ang mga iligal na dayuhan mula sa Mexico, Honduras, Jamaica, Dominican Republic at Cuba na sasailalim sa removal proceedings. Batay sa datos ng DHS, mahigit kalahating milyon na iligal na dayuhan ang naaresto noong 2025, kabilang ang ilang undocumented Filipinos.
Hanggang ngayon talaga ay marami pa rin sa mga kababayan natin Pilipino sa Amerika ang inaaresto at pinapauwi sa Pilipinas, lalo na yung mga dati na nagkaroon ng kaso. At pati nga mga seafarers or mga seaman sa Amerika ay nadadamay na pinauwi sa Pilipinas nang walang kahit anumang eksplanasyon o dahilan.
A total of 130 Filipino seafarers have been deported from the U.S. this year. Their visas were revoked without clear explanation or formal charges. The Philippine government has raised the issue with U.S. authorities. Zen Hernandez with the full story.
Michael has been a seafarer for nearly 2 decades. He is currently working as a motorman for Viking Ocean Cruises, but his job now hangs in the balance. In September, his cruise ship sailed from Greenland to Canada and docked Norwegian crew member for a customs check. They questioned them, seized their phones, and investigated their records. When the Norwegian complained, he was eventually released, but the 3 Filipinos were ordered off the ship.
Pagdating namin ng terminal, pinusasan kami, kinapkapan kami, kinuha lahat ng mga gamit namin na parang mga kriminal na hindi namin alam kung
threatened him with jail time or fines and forced him to sign documents which turned out to be for the revocation of his U.S. legal immigrant, even though her visa was valid. Her visa was canceled, and 4 months after the incident, she has still not returned to work.
Nakaposas yung kamay namin, tig-isa kami. Tapos may chain kami sa katawan namin na nakadugtong sa kamay namin.
The Philippine Embassy in Washington confirms it is now coordinating with the U.S. Department of State, the Department of Homeland Security, and other agencies to clarify these incidents. Under international protocols, U.S. authorities are required to inform the Philippine consulate if a Filipino citizen is subjected to such actions. The Department of Migrant Workers says the Philippine government has formally raised the issue with U.S. authorities.
Ni-raise na natin yung issue na ito. Maski sa U.S. Embassy dito, na-raise na po natin ito. And we're expecting that something has to be done.
Undersecretary Olalia reminds all Filipino seafarers that they have the right to ask why they are being detained and to contact the Philippines. 7 others have been also detained since 2023 and 2024. Apart from the deported workers, the DMW has also received reports of seafarers whose visas were canceled even before leaving the Philippines. One of them is Fernandito, who received an email from the U.S. Consular Services informing him that his visa was revoked based on additional information gathered by U.S. authorities. Insurers are on the line. The seafarers also claim that some manning agencies now refuse to deploy them even to non-U.S. routes because of their records. The DMW warns this is discrimination and a serious violation which could lead to penalties against the agencies involved.